something? Want something? Come here. Come here, baby.
Last year, in January, my daughter was diagnosed with leukemia.
And in an instant, 8-year-old London Simpson's world went dark.
I just screamed, no, that's impossible, and I couldn't believe it, I guess.
Within hours of her diagnosis, treatment began, and with every biopsy, scan, and blood test, Rose and her husband Jesse realized they were fighting far more than cancer.
It can be painful, and it was getting traumatic, and she said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going, you can't make me, I'm not getting treated today. It was hard to have her screaming on the steps, and we were just almost carrying her to the car saying, we have to go. She'd be yelling, I don't care, I'm giving up, I don't care, I can die, and I just don't want to go on. And as a mom, hearing that was just, it was very hard. Sorry.
The fear and pain London associated with treatment would threaten the very therapy she needed to survive.
I felt so bad, and I didn't want to feel any more pain, I guess. I just didn't want to do it anymore.
The Simpsons were not alone. Tens of thousands of parents, doctors, and nurses every day find themselves with the hard task of convincing a child to endure difficult and painful treatment.
Children are not young adults.
Dr. Aziza Shad is the chief of pediatric oncology at Sinai Hospital of Baltimore.
Children are terrified and extremely anxious. If you cannot engage a child in his or her treatment, your job is far more difficult.
Enter Hope for Henry. It's a one-of-a-kind program that's reinventing care for seriously ill kids by engaging them in their treatment and allowing them to make choices to get care that earns them Henry Bucks for everything from taking medicine to getting an MRI. And Henry Bucks buy really cool prizes.
I could go in and I could get it done. I could know what's happening. I would get a prize for it.
Did you feel stronger for doing it?
Yeah, I felt like I was taking stuff into my own hands and not just mom taking me and me knowing nothing. I could do something, yeah.
If this kind of incentive feels familiar, look no further than the nationwide lotteries and gift giveaways to encourage COVID vaccines. The underlying principle is called behavioral economics, getting people to make better choices for themselves without restricting freedom of choice. Richard Thaler is considered the godfather of behavioral economics. He won the 2017 Nobel Prize for his work.
I'm very happy that they're doing this, and I hope more hospitals around the world follow their lead.
Thaler says if you want people to do something, make it easy, and even better, make it fun.
Now, getting chemo is not anybody's idea of fun, especially a kid. Anything you can do to make that process a little less scary and a little bit more fun and give the kids some agency is going to help.
Superhero visits and awesome prizes get kids to comply with treatment and give hospitals and insurance companies a bottom-line incentive. For example, Hope for Henry has dramatically reduced the need for sedation before an MRI.
So how does that translate into what a hospital or an insurance company is looking at? Think about the cost. Number one, from a patient standpoint. Safety, because the child's not getting sedated. But from a hospital and from an insurance company standpoint, the cost of the anesthesia, the cost of the anesthesiologist, the time that it takes for the anesthesiologist to do it. You are saving thousands of dollars by doing one non-sedated MRI. So is there an economic benefit to a program like Hope for Henry? Tremendous.
In its 18 years, Hope for Henry has saved hospitals millions and given kids and their families something far more valuable.
I love that hope is in Hope for Henry, because that's what it gives the kids and the families, because we're all looking for that when you just don't know what's going to happen next.